Hey everyone. So there's been a lot of people on our Facebook group posting pictures of glass art trees, not Christmas trees, regular trees. And they've been making the actual tree and the trunks with hot glue. And there are some YouTube channels who have also made these. So anyway, everybody's been asking on the Facebook group, how do you do it? What do you do? Do you have a video? And the ladies have been gracious enough to try to explain to whoever asks how to do it. But I thought I've been wanting to do it. So I thought, well, I'll do it and I'll make a video and hopefully it turns out half as pretty as the ones that are posted on my Facebook page. They really are spectacular. And so the top is enhanced with crushed glass and fiberglass and whatnot, and they really are pretty. And I am shocked at how pretty mine turned out. I really was questioning whether I was going to be able to do it with the hot glue gun, because it is a lot of glue that you use up. So anyway, in the meanwhile, one of the ladies on our Facebook page, she's been on for quite a few years, Laura Usher. I didn't put it together, but she also has a YouTube channel called Laura's Art Corner, and she asked if I would like to try some of her items that she has in her store. And I didn't realize, I went on her page and she has literally thousands and thousands of items. I was shocked. So she has I guess she has glass and glitters and alcohol inks and pigment paste, and in this video I'm going to be using two of her glitters. She's got a real pretty gold glass glitter and then another iridescent glitter that I'm using. But anyway, a lot of her stuff is these are called octopus inks. And I'd heard of octopus inks, but I didn't really know what they were. And what they are is highly concentrated highly pigmented alcohol inks. And these are all imported. And a lot of her stuff is imported from different countries, the UK, Austria, Germany, many different countries. And just to give you an example of how large, because when you see it on the page, it's kind of hard to tell how big they are or how much liquid is in there. But this is a large container compared to, so these are like if you were to get get it from Let's Resin or whatever, and you get the multi-pack, they're small compared to this. So like if you how when if you use alcohol inks, you get your colors and you usually use like 3 or 4 of them and you run out of them, but you never use the rest. This way you can just get the color you like. And these almost look like they're black, but they're really pretty, like plum and blues and reds. They're just so concentrated. They look really dark in the bottles. So anyway, and tons of glitters and pigment paste, and the ones like that have her own logo on the top. Those are hers. And then she has other pigment paste from Resin. And anyway, just a lot of stuff. So check out her page, 10% discount with the code CRAZYGLASSLADY. I'll leave a link in the video. So I hope you guys follow along. I was surprised that I could do it. And trust me, if I could create this tree, you guys could too. And it really turns out pretty. So I hope you follow along. So I started with approximately a 14 by 16 inch picture frame. I took the backing off, I took the glass out, I cleaned up the glass, and because I wanted to finish this project today, instead of using glue, I decided to use UV resin to adhere the glass to the frame. I took the Resiner's UV resin and went all the way around the perimeter of the back of the frame where the glass would sit. Then I replaced the glass and went around the perimeter one more time with the UV resin. Then I took the Resiner's UV light, opened it up so that, because this light has a light on the top and the bottom, and I just put it over the areas that I had put the UV resin. This serves two purposes. It helps to hold the glass in place, and it helps to prevent resin leaks when you put resin on the other side. Button turns it on. The bottom button is the number of minutes. It can go for 2, 5, or 8 minutes. The very top button is the battery indicator light, and if that is flashing, it needs to be plugged in to be recharged. Then I just kept moving the UV light around every time each area was cured until all 4 sides were cured. Next, I went on my Cricut Design Space and picked out a tree that I like. I pay for a subscription that allows me to utilize their clip art. And I also have a program called Snippet. It looks like a little scissors up at the top there. And what it allows me to do is draw a box around the clip art that I want to copy. And then I paste it into another program called Pages. And these are free to download. So once I have it pasted into Pages, I am able to grab it by the edge, make it as large or as small as I want it, and then print. So I can print this area, then that area, then the next area, and I tape it all together is what I do. There are probably other programs that you can download that do the same thing, but these two programs work really well for me and are super easy. So after I print it all out, see, it's not really that much bigger than a regular sized piece of paper, but it is a little bit bigger, so that's why I have to tape it together. So this is the glue gun I'm using for this project. It's a really nice glue gun. It has a stand with suction cup so it doesn't fall over. It has an on-off switch. It does take the skinnier glue sticks, and I'm finding that works the best for me. And as you can see up in the top, I have these super long glue sticks that I got on Amazon, and they are nice. I end up using one entire glue stick for the entire project, so I don't have to change the glue stick out at all. At the end, I think I do to go over a couple spots, but otherwise this really did the entire tree. And this tree is just a little bit larger than a standard piece of paper, an 8 by 11 inch piece of paper. I guess it's probably about, I don't know, 11 by 14 or 12 by 14, something like that. So then I have a silicone mat. This is something somebody suggested to use, was a silicone mat, because you could see right through it. And the hot glue goes on it real nice. It doesn't melt it, and you can see through it, and it comes right off of it. So when I was making the night lights using the hot glue gun for branches, I was trying to figure out what to put it on. First tried wax paper, and after it dried and I tried to pull the branches up, it stuck to the wax paper. It was a disaster, so do not use wax paper. I found that after somebody suggested that the parchment paper is the best to use. The only thing with the parchment paper is I feel like this particular one that I had was not as translucent as the silicone mat, and that's why I chose to use the silicone mat. One other thing I tried was a regular clear plastic, and the hot glue burnt a hole through the plastic, so don't use that. So using the glue gun took probably about a half an hour to do the whole thing. It was not hard to do. It was a little tedious because you kept on going, over and over and over and squeezing it. I did not have to change out the hot glue gun stick at all, which was really nice using the really long ones. But this is all I did. I just squeeze it and kind of follow along. And one of the things, one of the ladies on our Facebook group was saying, I don't know if she was the one who had made the picture of the tree or what, but the one lady had said that when she did it, it just came out to be a big blob, that the tree trunk didn't look textured. It didn't look like a tree trunk. It just all kind of melted together. And someone else said what you need to do is let your first layer dry and then go over it in different areas with another layer so that it stands out. Because if you do it all at once, that's what it'll do. It'll just be a big blob. So that was one suggestion that I am going to try when I'm doing this. And now that I look at my lines, I'm wondering if she was using the fatter glue sticks, and that's why it looked like a big blob. So this is actually the first time I've ever done it, except for, like I said, I was making branches for a nightlight that I put the cardinal on. So, and that worked out really cool too. So, and that was my only practice. So if I can do this, you guys can do this for sure. But I've been wanting to do it for a real long time. A ton of people have been making them on the Facebook group. I know there's some YouTubers who have made them on their channel and done a beautiful job. And many people have been saying, do you, is there a video out there? Can you make a video? And, you know, asking all sorts of questions. So I thought I would just go ahead and try it for myself and show you all how to do it. And this right here is in real time. It's not in slow motion and it's not sped up at all. So I just wanted to show you the beginning of it kind of in real time so you can see how I did it. And like I said, it's not hard to do. So the biggest problem with it is that when you end your hot glue, you get those little strings with the hot glue. So at the end, as you're going, you kind of clean them up, but at the end you do have a lot of strings on it, and those have to be cleaned up. And when I've watched it on YouTube videos, I don't see them cleaning up any strings at the end. They don't show you that part, but you really have to, and it's not that hard. So anyway, here, I'm just going to leave it in slow motion just for a couple of minutes. Not in slow motion, in regular time for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to speed it up. You can either fast forward through it or just watch if you're really trying to learn how to do it. Okay, so I figure you have the idea now. So I am using, like I said, the smaller glue gun, the glue gun that uses the smaller glue stick. And this works really good because the branches are small, and this is a decent size tree. I mean, it's, like I said, a 16 by 14 inch frame. I suppose if you were using a huge canvas, I mean like a 25 by 25, you might want to use the larger glue gun. So I'd like to hear from you, from those of you that have made this. If you're still watching it, you're probably not because you already know how to do it. But I would love to know if you use the glue gun that takes the smaller glue stick or the larger one, because I found the one with the smaller, that took the smaller glue stick to work really well. So, you know, so let me know if you're still listening. So I'm just going to go through the rest of this super fast, and you can watch or not.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with
So I've got it in fast speed now, so it's really hard for you to tell what I'm doing, but I ended up taping the paper to the silicone mat on the back, and I should have done that from the very beginning, because you're going to want to turn it as you're working on it. It just makes it easier. So before you even start, it's a good idea to just go ahead and tape that paper to the silicone mat. And then when you're all done with all of your hot glue, remove the paper from the back and look at it again, because you'll see it more clearly. And also lift the silicone mat up and look at it to make sure you have all your areas covered, because when I was done, I went ahead and I took the paper off of the back, and I could see some areas that I hadn't gotten the hot glue, and I went over it again. And there was a couple times during the whole process that I had kind of messed up and touched it and the glue kind of stuck to my finger. So, and you can go over it again with the hot glue gun after that dries. So here I am removing the paper from the back and looking at it. And then what I'm doing now is I'm trying to get all those little strings that get on the glue gun and taking them off, and you can use tape, that'll help. And then I'm adding to some areas. So once you're done, you'll take that paper off the back, you'll see areas that you need to fill in. And remember how I told you, the one lady said after you're done doing the main part of the trunk, go back over it with the hot glue, and that'll give you different levels, so it'll look more textured. And that's what I'm doing right there. And it doesn't have to be exactly like the tree. Like if you want to add more to it, more roots to it at the bottom, which I did, you can do that. You know, it's your tree, you can do whatever you want with it. So now I have a piece of parchment paper, and I'm going to take the hot glue off of the silicone and put it on the parchment paper, because I'm going to take it out to the garage and color it. So that's the reason why you want to do it like this and not directly onto the glass or onto a canvas, because could you imagine trying to paint the tree after? It would be so tedious not getting the gold or whatever color you're going to paint it onto the canvas. This is just so much easier. And here I'm just kind of pushing my hand underneath it, and it's really not that delicate. It's really holding together quite nicely. I'm really surprised. So once I get it off of that, I just pick it up, like I said, and put it on the parchment paper and take it out to the garage and spray paint it with some gold metallic spray paint. This is the Rust-Oleum metallic gold, and you can spray it any color that you want, or you can hand paint it. This is just, to me, seems the easiest way to do it. Once it's dry and you pick it up off of that paper, you can really see that you have some more strings from the hot glue, because now it's sprayed gold, so they really stand out. And I mean, get as many as you can off, but I wouldn't worry about it that much, because a lot of the glass that you put on that part of the tree is going to totally cover it. And then there was a couple areas that I felt like the gold didn't get down into the crevices, so I took my gold metallic oil-based paint pen that I know won't run when resin gets on it, and I filled in some of those areas, along with cleaning off the rest of the strings from the hot glue. Just simply center the tree on the glass and pour the resin. The resin I'm using for this project is J. Diction High Gloss. It's a VOC-free resin. It is not food safe, but it does have 30 to 40 minutes work time and cures best at temperatures between 70 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit, like most resins. So I just use my little spatula to spread it around, push it into the corners and up and along the edges and in between all of the branches. Once I'm satisfied with how the resin looks, I take my glass and just sprinkle it all over the branches of the trees. So the glass I'm using for this project is Michael's Gold Crushed Glass. So it's larger than their silver reflective glass that they have up there all the time, but smaller than 1/4-inch fire glass. It looks more like fire glass than crushed glass to me, but that's what they call it, gold crushed glass. So it's super pretty. It has a gold reflective side. It's not a real bright gold reflective glass, but it certainly is pretty. And I think it's perfect for this tree. So next I use one of the supplies that I got from Laura's Art Corner. It's called Gold Fusion, and it's actually like a gold glitter glass. And I take that and I just sprinkle it all over the tree to add a little sparkle and shine. I also take some of the gold glitter glass and sprinkle it down at the bottom at the base of the tree. And then I take another one of Laura's glitters, and it's called Angel Wings. It's like a white iridescent glitter, and I sprinkle that all over the tree. Really want this tree to sparkle. And be careful with your glitters, because I was a little careless and sprinkled a bunch on the resin, but you know, that's okay. It looks pretty in the resin also. And next you'll see me with a wax pencil, and what I'm doing, I guess that part is cut off. I have some little AB crystals. They're like rhinestones, and I'm just putting them all over the tree, setting it right in the resin or on top of the pieces of glass to give it a little more sparkle. And by the time I'm done, I think I put about 60 of the rhinestones on the tree. Everything that I use in this video, I will leave links in the description, and I also have a 10% discount code for anything from Laura's Art Corner. Hey everyone, so I am just shocked at how pretty this turned out. I hope that you can see the sparkle as I turn it. I just think it's so pretty, and it really wasn't that hard to do the hot glue. And like I had mentioned in the video, one of the ladies' questions was that her tree trunk looked like it had all just melted together like a big blob. And then one of the other ladies who had made the beautiful tree and posted it on the Facebook page, I think her name was Cindy. I am so sorry, I don't remember. But she said that you let the first layer dry and then go over it, and you can make it like multi-layer. And I honestly think, I think this is a good sized tree. And I used the small glue sticks with it, as you saw. And I think that gave it more texture. Whereas if you had used a large one, I mean, you might only do 3 strikes up that way, whereas this I had to do multiple. So I don't know, just what I thought. So look at the bottom. I just think it turned out so pretty, and adding that glitter and the glitter glass to the top really made it sparkle. When I look at it myself and when it's laying down, it looks so sparkly or up against the wall. I hope you can see that on there. But there's all different ways of doing it. And gosh, I feel like the possibilities for using a glue gun are endless. You could use it to outline stuff if you get good at it. And I had showed you that someone had said that they had used the silicone mat, and that worked really well. And my gosh, once it was dry, it popped right off of there, and it was really sturdy. I was kind of surprised. I was expecting like a limb to fall off or something to happen, but no. And one of the questions somebody had asked was, why don't you just do it right on the canvas or right on the glass? Well, could you imagine doing it on here at first, and then trying to get all the little things off and all the fingerprints you would leave, and then how do you paint it? You would have to hand paint it. It would be so tedious to get, in all the areas. So I just picked it up, took it out. It literally took me less than a minute to spray it with the gold. And you could do it any color. You could do it a brown, a silver, any color you want. But it really just took seconds to paint that. So that's why you do it like that. And you could actually put this on canvas too. And I did not put it on top of the resin. I just set it right on the glass and then poured the resin over it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I have tons of videos out. I have a playlist for Valentine and for spring and Easter stuff too, if you're trying to look for ideas, because that's the next holidays coming up. I know everybody's probably burnt out from Christmas and making all their Christmas things, but I imagine you do craft shows, at other times of the year too, and this would be really pretty. And Gosh, this wouldn't cost a lot, using the glue gun for the tree and some fiberglass on there, and you could use like a crushed glass too. But anyway, and if you look up close, I'm going to show you I hope you can see the gold sparkles in there and the iridescent sparkles. That's from that glitter glass and the glitter from Laura's Art Corner that I think really helps it to sparkle. So anyway, I hope you learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps the channel. If you enjoy the channel and haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Come check out our Facebook group, an amazing group of people over there. They display some beautiful artwork. I get a lot of my ideas from them. I cannot keep up with everybody on the Facebook page. They come up with so many things. So, and I try to do something new or different. Of course, this was not new. A lot of ladies have posted these. But, it's really hard to try to think of something new. So come check us out there, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it. You ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where